Hello everyone, welcome to Hybrid Budgets. If you're new here, my name's Lara and I cash stuff with placeholders because I do all my banking digitally via like Monzo apps and my current account, and then I have virtual cards that are essentially like my cash wallet envelopes, but basically in the channel all I do is cash stuff my long-term sinkings funds. So yeah, if you're interested, please follow along. This is my week 1 and week 2 cash stuffing for August, purely because I'm going away end of the first week of August, so we're going away from the 8th, but sort of from like the 5th is really busy, so I'm just recording this the weekend before, and I'm going to do a double stuff because otherwise I won't be getting it out. So without further ado, let's go see the money. Show me the money. So we have week 1 is looking particularly wodgy. I didn't do week 1, week 2, I've literally just done week 1 because I knew when I was, you know, doing the budget, it was all going to be stuffed together. So yeah, let's get out the money. It's a wodgy one. So we have 250 placeholders and a 200 placeholder from my partner. So I'll put that to the back there. I'll put these 250s there. The 250s are to go to future just because I'm double stuffing it. I think I'm going to just stuff with some placeholders and miss out one of the Rainbow Wonderland challenges, just do it as if we're doing 1 week. Then I also have 50, 100, 150, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 345, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 400, 405, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 plus the 150. So 435 plus 150 is what, 585 pounds. So this is for 2 weeks though. Also it means that I'm gonna stuff some of these in the first week and 2 and then just not stuff them for 3 and 4. So watch out for that. Well, let's now go to our first binder. Right, so this is the annuals binder, so let's start first with any subscriptions we have. So Cricket is fully funded, Google One is fully funded, my ICE subscription is fully funded, Ring is fully funded, so I think we're now working on NutriCheck. And I stuffed these at the beginning of the month, so only on week 1. So NutriCheck this week is going to get 30. Shall I colour it in green? Green apples. Okay, there we go. I need to remind myself I need to do the final 5 of this. Oh. I could just hear my partner talking to the dog, looking after his parents' dog for a bit. And she's been a nightmare. She has decided to poop all over the carpet, and she had an episode of explosive diarrhea, and then today she did pooping outside and then walked it all the way in. And we've got quite a carpeted area, so not fun. So yeah, that one we still need to finish. We've got Remarkable to come up, and then also Water Bill. So my Water Bill came out last month, so I've decided to up this ever so slightly. So this month I will be stuffing £35 into Water Bill. I think these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 18. So yeah, let me do 3.5 of these. Originally I was doing £30 a month, so that's probably why I thought I didn't need it. Well, so that is all our annual subscriptions and bills done. Then we're working on birthday. So this month it's getting quite a big push because it's my partner's birthday and also my dad's. So we're working on my dad. So let's find him. Brother's done, twins been paid, niece 1, niece 2. So their birthdays are this month, so they've got money in ready to go. Now I'm working my dad. So this week I'm going to put in £60. So let's do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 50 done for my dad. And then doing James, I'm going to do 10 for him. So 50 going in for my dad. I'm now debating whether I've made these envelopes big enough for the 50. Just. There we go. And then James is getting 10. So he had 50, which was originally allocated for my mum, but because he wanted a Kindle this birthday, we're swapping how much we're putting towards Christmas and birthday instead. So I'm going to work on another 50 for him. So that is birthday done. Move that away. And then our last annual is Christmas. So last week I did a naff draw, but it worked out okay, to be fair, just because I was double stuffing, but if not I would have been squeaky bum time. So in Christmas currently we have £640, and last week what did I do? I think it was these gumdrops that got me. So I had 10, 15, so 35, and then I thought it was 45, but I'm wondering if it is just 40, but either way I'm stuffing 45 because that's what I've allocated. So let's stuff that anyway. So a bit of a doozy one, but we live and learn. So I'll do 45 going in, and I've just realised now we don't have 5s on this, so let's just go 20, 20 for the 40, and I'm just going to cross once with the 10 for the 45. And now which one should we do? I'm so tempted to get these bloody gumdrops done because they seem like right little shits. So we've got, they are shits, 2 again, 10, 20, £20 for next week, so that's fine. So let me just make a note there, 20. I'll make a note in here, £20 for next week. Perfect. So that's Christmas done. So in Christmas we have 500, 620, 40, 60, 85. 685 for Christmas, which is really good. Right, and then next up we have my normal binder. However, it needs some jiggery pokery, so apologies, I'll go through all that as I'm doing it. So we're on to the normal binder, but we are going to be combining these two. So let me get out the money from home. So we have £105 in home at the minute. What I'm going to do now with home is I'm going to temporarily suspend the Easter hot race. I do really enjoy this challenge, but we've got we're wanting to get the guest bedroom done, and as a result I'm trying to combine these and work out a better system, or in terms of like a better tracker, to be definite on what we want. So I'm going to remove the £105 we have in home. I'm going to keep the gift card, but that's just going to be out for us to use as when we need it. And then there was also a refund that came through back on home, so I'm just trying to that's I think where I got a bit confused in my head. So what I've done now is there was a refund that came through. I'm trying to think what it was. I think it must have been a Shein refund that came through. So essentially what I did is I transferred £120 from home into home maintenance. So I'm just going to top that up now. So I'm going to transfer this £120 into home maintenance. And then I'm going to use, I've still got my home virtual card, but that is like my day-to-day home spending if I went into B&Q and did something. I think the issue was quite a bit was actually accruing on that card, and I thought, well, I'm not really saving that money with like an interest rate. It's just sat on the card, not gaining any interest. So I'm going to keep a minimum of £20 in there. Obviously I've got my gift card as well when we go into there. So for now, all of this is going to get expired. So that's all going to come out. And we're going to keep home maintenance, but I am going to remove this tracker. the Rainbow Roller Races one just for the minute. I might reuse it for a different challenge instead, but again, for the minute, we're just trying to prioritise spending in home. So what I have left in home maintenance is £170 with £120, and we are using some different trackers. So let me show you them. So I've made these trackers, and basically what they are is they are just a, I drew up the new cabinets we're buying for our spare bedroom, and I just sort of worked out a way I can do it in terms of what trackers, what furniture we need. So I've just done it on the back. So we're going to spend £880 in IKEA, but we do have a 5% off voucher we'll use, so actually it's £835, so that's like that's quite handy. So it was £470 on the bed, £165 on one of the units, I think that one, the Vilhals unit, £170 on a Billy bookcase, so it's the bookcase and then 2 cupboards linked to it, which makes a whole unit. £38 in miscellaneous and £35 for delivery. So the miscellaneous is stuff like wanted some new clothes hangers and also the sealable bags from IKEA. And some of the bits that came to £38, and then we need to get rid of our old bed, so that's going to cost us £50. So how we're splitting it is, so it's going to be £835 in total. We're doing the £50 from the joint, so that's already been paid for, so we've put that in for our bed to be collected. Then I'm going to pay £500 towards it, and my partner's paying £350 towards it. So the how I've done that is I'm going to do, ignore those numbers actually, I'm going to, on these trackers, save up the 500, so I've adjusted these here to make it the right amount. But yeah, that's basically how we are doing it now. So let me just start off by, you know what, I'm going to do the bed first, just because that's got some higher numbers in. So we have 100, 250, 270, £290. So let me get that crossed off this tracker here. I'm going to go pink, I think. So let's do the mattress, which is 50. So 50 there, and let's do yellow for 100. And then we're going to do, what's it, 290. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, yeah. There we go, so we have 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, £290 saved so far. So combine all that together. In fact, I'm going to put that on top just so it doesn't smudge. And that is home done. Fabulous. Right, holiday is going to get, sorry, I did that and then I didn't even stuff it. So after all that kerfuffing, I'll probably need to add some more. So this week, because it's obviously a double month, I'm going to do £65. So let me finish off this one. So I've got 20, 30, 40. I made these trackers initially thinking of the full amount, and then we got the discount code, and then also my partner's like, well, I'll obviously pay. And I was just like, no, I don't want you paying too much for it, because it feels like it, especially because it's for, I say my room, but it's for like my crafting room. And he's like, no, we'll pay. And so anyway, we agreed to pay, do the split like we have. So 40, and then another 25. So I don't know if we've got, let's do these ones. There we go. So I have rubbed off 10, 20, 5 there as well. So hopefully, you know what I might do. Move that to back. So yeah, sorry about all the confusion with it, but it means we're quite motivated in what we are and intentional in what we are putting this money towards now, which is really good. Right, holiday. Again, I need to do a bit of jiggery pokery here. So in holiday we have 200 and 2045. I'm going to have to swap this out, I think, because I need to take out, so how much we've got? 245, which leaves 95, but I need to add in holiday 100. So 195 I need to leave. So let's do 50. So there's 100. So let's take out the 200. No, wait. 195. God, please me add 50, 100, and 25, so 45. So let me just swap this one out for the minute. So I'm just going to swap this 200 out for 50, 100, 250, and I'm basically taking away 150 there. So that should be right. So let's have a check. We have 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 195. Yep. 195 left in holiday. So the 150 I took out was to pay my partner, so that's for a hotel room, additional hotel room we need because we're staying an extra night in Pisa, and also for the car. So let's get that on the tracker. So we're in August, and I'm going to adjust. Oh, can you tell how unprepared I am for this? This is going to be 20. So we've got 2, 4, 60, 80, 90, 100 in August. But I think I'm not going to stuff week 3 or 4. It depends really. I've got money in eating out, but after they were saying that, that's where that money needs to belong, because I was like, oh, I'll transfer it into holiday, but actually it will be spent for eating out on holiday. So I've got an extra 90, and then whatever's left of that I'm going to actually reallocate to hair, beauty and clothes, just because I had my hair trial and it was extortionate. I need to ask her what the breakdown is, because I feel like I paid a lot more than I should have. But you know, in the moment you're like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, oh, wait, 1 minute, big gulp. So I need to check with her more than anything, just so I'm not I'm aware of it on the wedding, because I've budgeted hair, but now I'm like, oh, it said like from, so I need to just make sure we're clear on what it's going to cost. Right, now theoretically it should be pretty plain sailing. We're working on debt, and because we're doing week 1 and 2 together, I will get both these trackers out. So the direct debits come out in week 2. So the direct debit for MBNA is £200. The direct debit for Virgin Blue is £50. And this week I'm also putting an additional she's lost it, an extra additional £50 into debt. So that will do in the dark blue. So how I denote this is black is a direct debit and blue is an extra overpayment. Because this one is my priority, I'll be putting all my extra overpayments into this one first, and then I'll be working on this one. So this one is only really going to get its £200 a month for the foreseeable really, but this one will be paying down quite significantly. Right, so that's debt done. Right, then emergency fund. So I'm going to roll the dice twice for this week, because for week 1 and 2. So with emergency fund I budget £20, but I'm obviously going to do that twice. So I'm going to roll the dice, she says. Oh. So it's £20 for week 1 and £15 for week 2. I'm going to keep 5 behind. So we've got 20 for week 1 and 15 for week 2. So that's going into extra over for the emergency fund. So we've got 300 and 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. £350. So let me just colour these in. So 15 is blue, yellow, and 20 is pink. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm all fingers and thumbs with this. You know, and just I think it's just no, and I'm like, all that sort. Right. Health is in health. We've got 50, 100, 150, 160 £160, and this week we were putting in £20 because we're doing it again week 1, week 2, so £10 each week, so £20 going in. I did go to the dentist. She, I won't say fixed my tooth because it's cracked, and because I was like really struggling with the pain. She said, "Oh, the cavity's quite deep." Oh, sorry, I should put trigger warning on this. She said because the cavity's quite deep, we might need a root canal. So she's just put, I think it's called like a cap on it, where she's like infilled it with a bigger filling basically. And she's like, "Look, we'll give that a go. If it's not giving you too much jip, we'll leave it and see how it goes. But if not, we'll need a root canal. But at least it's sorted now before the wedding, so it's not giving me any jip so far. So fingers crossed, it will be fine." But that was paid on my credit card, just because I do get expense back, not through work necessarily, but through the medical we pay through work, or dental we pay through work. So before I remove it out of here, I'm just going to double check, because usually it's pretty quick. It only takes about a week for it to return, so usually it's in before the payment's due, which will be good because then I can just keep this at £200. Odds and evens, so again we're going to be rolling twice for this one, so let's do this. So I budget £10 a week, so we're doing £20 this week. I'm going to roll my dice. We've got an odd and we've got 2 odds, so we're going to stuff £5 into extra over credit card debt and £5 into mum and dad. So let's get these out. £5 into mum and dad. Oh. And £5 into extra over credit card debt. There we go. And then I unstuff these at the end of the year and put them towards their various categories. Electronics is going. Let's see where we're up to with electronics. Budgeted £20 for electronics, so let's cross off 2 of these stars. Let's see, shall we do a light green and an orange? Let's actually do some of these ones. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. So in electronics in total we have 50, 100, 50, 200, 250, 290. So this is going towards, I want to get a new laptop with my partner. He wants a PlayStation 4 as well, and we also want to get a defibrillator, you know, as you do. Finally, we are on Future. So it's the first week of the month, so my partner gives £200 to go towards Future, so I'm going to stuff that one first. And actually that means we have got up to £7,000 we've put towards our wedding, which is insane. and quite scary because it's not there at the minute, because obviously we've paid towards it, but we're putting obviously 7,000 into it. Sorry, my colouring is awful. And then I'm going to just swap out, oh, definitely just broken that. So we have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. So let's swap these out for 2 500s, because I don't have any other big ones which I need to start getting, because obviously there. So we have £8,000 paid in at the minute, which is really good. And then let's move up those that way. I'm going to get myself images. And then I'm going to put 50. I feel like I've got spare 20s here. I'm going to put 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 into this challenge here. We've already got 10 in here, so that should be 120. And I still have not covered this off from last time. So 1, 2, 3. Just for completeness, I'm going to colour these in just so it doesn't confuse me. Perfect. There we go. And then last but not least, we are moving on to Wonderland. Oh, before I do that, I will reallocate this £15, and that for this month is going to go into holiday. So let's cross this off. So I'm going to do 10 and I'm going to do 5. There we go. Right, and we're moving on to Wonderland. So we've not got much left in Wonderland, to be honest. So where have we got to? Let's do Queen of Rainbow Hearts, and then we'll do Down the Rabbit Hole. So in Queen of Rainbow Hearts we have £400 saved so far. So let's roll the dice. 3, which is 10. 1, which is 5. 5, which is 15. And then let's do one more. 4, which is 10. So close to finishing. So this week we are putting in 10, 20, 30, £40 into Queen of Rainbow Hearts. So we're up to 440, which is great. Question is, did I rub off the tracker? I did, but I don't have my skinny pen because I was using it for wedding stuff. So I'm just going to put 40. And then down the rabbit hole, let's see where we get to, because this challenge is honestly stressing me out. Right, where did we got here? 1, 7. So I always round up with this one, so that'll be £10 going in. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 3, so I'm going to round that up to 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 3 again. I'm at 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. T made you dizzy, go back 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, so 5. Oh, how much have I got left? Okay, I've got a bit more left. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So again, I'm going to round that up. 1. Alice, you found Alice, so save 15. I tell you what, that couldn't have worked out more perfect because we've got literally 15 left. So, brilliant, we're up to Alice. So there we've stuffed 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds. And we have in there 200, 250, 255, so 260, 65, 70, 75, 85, 95, oh my god, 405. Is that right? I think so. Let me work it out on the tracker. Honestly, my head is just, I don't know what's been up this week. I think it's trying to do to changing new trackers and stuff, but I just feel like I've gone all over the place, and I'm sure something is wrong there, which I will review when I see it. So plus 50. So no, that was 305 because I can't count. So yeah, adding 90 onto this total, which I won't do in my head, is 1680 plus 90 is 1770. There we go. Perfect, and that is us done for week 1 and week 2. Sorry it was insane and all over the place, a bit up and down and whatnot, but yeah, hope you enjoyed either way, and I will see you after our holiday for the week 3 cash stuffing. Bye.